Okay, hi friends, we are back. We are back and I am married, I'm a wife, I have a husband, and it's been my whole personality this week and I'm not sorry about it. I had the best wedding ever. It was the best, the most special wedding ever, and we are now a week out. And I think so many of my friends and family and myself and my husband, we're still like having post-wedding depression. Yeah, it was so wonderful and perfect, and we couldn't have asked for a better, smoother wedding day. And I'm so grateful and just thankful that God has blessed us with just a perfect day. It's been a long 2 years of planning, and obviously it preoccupied a lot of my time, but now I'm free. And it was worth every single tear, good and bad tear. It was worth the stress. It was absolutely worth the money. And it is so special and wonderful knowing that we now hold the special memory of such a fun, wonderful night with so many of our loved ones. Our wedding was small. It was only 80 guests flat. So yeah, I don't know, just honestly best night ever. We got married on November 1st, 2025, 111. Yep, if you're into numerology. We were pretty intentional with that date. But for those that aren't into numerology or don't know, 111 signifies new beginnings and a new phase of life, which we literally thought was so perfect for a wedding date. But it also fell within the week of our actual anniversary when we started dating, which was October 28, 2009. And we just kind of wanted all our anniversaries in 1 week because that is it's just too much to kind of remember down the line. So now we just have an anniversary week, and it's awesome because we just have to celebrate once. Went up to the mountains to Quebec, to Mont Tremblant for a little mini moon just with each other to rest and recalibrate and take and soak everything in. And it was beautiful. I have some footage that I will insert into this vlog. But yes, welcome to the vlog. I'm back and I'm better and I'm married. I'm a wife. Lots and lots and lots of getting back on track. And I guess with this new chapter in life came a whole new season and new weather because we are getting 15 centimeters of snow today here in Toronto. But I'm loving it because again, once November 1st hit, or I guess November 2nd, because the day after the wedding, that's when I was like, yes, holiday everything. And is it just me, or did you guys also start getting all this holiday marketing so early this year? The Christmas trees before Halloween was a little much for me, I will say. That didn't make any sense to me. But anyways, regardless, we're here now. It's November 8th and I'm ready. I'm so ready for the holidays. It's also the last few weeks before I turn 30. I turned 30 on December 14, and then it's Christmas and New Year's. With that being said, I'm ending this year and I'm ending this age and decade of my 20s just as a homeowner, as a wife, and it's just so perfect. And I'm ready to reset, guys. There's so much that needs to be done. The condo is a mess because we haven't been able to focus on cleaning, and we've been just so in and out and traveling the last 2 weeks. So lots and lots of cleaning in this vlog and resetting. I want to get back to meal planning. I want to get back to my workouts. I literally just want to get back to my routine, and I'm pretty excited because I'm back in office tomorrow. With that being said, now that I can shop again, the Sephora sale was on. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And the timing couldn't be more perfect because now that the wedding's over, I was able to finally purchase things. Yep. I have not really been shopping for myself other than, you know, needs and maybe a few things here and there, but I have not shopped for myself since April before my bachelorette. So it feels good, guys. It feels good to not have wedding expenses anymore. Everything has been paid off. All the invoices have been closed, and I have a little haul. I do have some new products and some old products, some re-ups. So let's get into this really quick haul. First things first, just with the re-ups, I have the Inky List Retinol Serum. This is actually my favorite retinol, one of my favorite retinols. And then another skincare re-up is my favorite product of all time. I have been using this for, I think, 6 years, but I did take a break this year from it. Just wanted to try something new, but my skin just hasn't been the same without it. The Paula's Choice BHA Liquid Exfoliant. Amazing, especially if you have oily, congested skin such as I don't have acne prone skin, but my skin does clog easily because my skin is so oily. So this, major help, major help. And then for new products, look, I don't care if you like her or don't like her. I personally like her, but Miss Hailey Bieber. Miss Hailey Bieber knows what she is doing with her products. Okay, guys, regardless of what you think of her, she makes really good products. So right now I actually have her Rhode Peptide Lip Tint, and what color is this? So Espresso on right now, and I mixed it with Toasted Teddy, and this is the cream blush, which, can I say, best cream blushes I have tried. I have tried Rare, I've tried Nude Sticks, I have tried Milk, I've tried the Patrick Ta. Patrick Ta is definitely my second favorite, but Hailey Bieber, she knew what she was doing when she formulated these. These are creamy, they blend easy, they're small and compact, nice packaging, and they last all day. And I have the shade Piggy already, which I love. That was a really fun spring summer color. But Toasted Teddy, I know a lot of people wore this in the summer because it was like a sun-kissed look, which it totally is, but I find these colors more for fall for me. And I am wearing it today. Nothing on my skin except Toasted Teddy, and I even put it on my lips with the espresso tint, and it looks so good. I don't know, I love it. And I know it looks like you don't get a lot, but you get a lot, okay? And then a new product that, a new skincare product that I've tried from this line is the Barrier Buttercream. What can I say? I've been using it for the last 24 hours and it eats. It eats, guys. It's just, it's so good. So I have oily skin, yes, but my skin is also dehydrated. I'm working on drinking more water and electrolytes, I really am. So at the end of the day, I always do find like just my fine lines are showing more, my makeup is sitting in it, like my makeup doesn't look great. And my makeup artist was telling me it's because my skin is dehydrated. So we need a better moisturizer. And I tried it and it is so good. I'm using it right now as well. I don't even find it oily or anything. I just find it moisturizing and thick. Yeah, that's my little Sephora haul. Enjoy this vlog. This is kind of a ramble. I haven't vlogged in 2 weeks, so I apologize. I'm a little, you know, rough right now. Okay, it is a few hours later and the home is finally all clean and it feels so good. Good morning, friends. Another day of resetting, and I have the craziest list of things to do on top of work. Thankfully, it is a work from home day, so I can be productive on every, I guess, break that I have between meetings or between tasks. So my list of things for resetting today is one, laundry. I have so much laundry to do. I am always really good, and I have always been good at keeping up with laundry because I love laundry, but ever since the week before the wedding, it's just been piling on, and even with me doing active laundry, so I gotta catch up on that. And then I have to do a purge of the closets and just all of the winter accessories. And then we did bring over some winter accessories from my in-laws' house, so I have to switch over the summer accessories like baseball caps and stuff to all the winter accessories like gloves and mittens and toques and all that. And then I have to water and shine and trim up all my plants because my plants have been kind of neglected the last month or two. And yes, this is your sign to dust off your plants and give them a good shine. Just takes a quick wipe down, and then I just have to like trim their dead leaves and stuff. And then I have to oil my cutting boards, my wooden cutting boards. So this is another sign to oil up your wooden cutting boards because wood gets dry and then it could splinter, and it just looks nice when it's oiled up. So I have to do that. And then what else? I have to work out, and then we have the grocery. But first, I need to take the dog on a walk. I need to feed him, and I need to have my coffee. So let's go ahead and do that first, and then we will get into the rest of this resetting vlog. One thing I forgot to mention that I have to do, and it's very important, I gotta wash my makeup brushes because y'all don't want to know how long it's been since I washed my makeup brushes. This is another sign. clean your makeup brushes, girls and boys, okay? You don't want to be nasty, okay? I also normally have one of those brush pads, like silicone brush pads, but I can't find it right now, so I'm just gonna use my good old hand. I'm gonna remove my wedding band and engagement ring and just my other rings. So I just finished going through my closet and kind of switching out summer clothes to go to my in-laws house and then donations. We got 2 garbage bags full and my husband actually still has to go through his side of the closet. So this is basically all me. I did put some of his extra basketball shorts to donate. But other than that, he still has to go through his side. So this is quite a lot of donations. And then this is my sister's hoodie that I have to bring home. But these are all of my skirts and shorts that are gonna go to my in-laws house where we store the rest of our closet. I don't judge the fact that I'm using my second bath as a storage because one, honestly, the bath doesn't work anyways. The faucet is broken. My father-in-law has to come over and fix it. We don't really have guests showering here anyways, and honestly we have a storage unit downstairs in the condo, but I'm just too lazy and too scared, honestly, to go down to the storage unit for anything and everything. So right now here is just temporary storage. Besides the donation bags, there's really not, okay, I know that looks like a lot, but I promise under these bags there's really not much. It's just some wedding stuff we have to sell, and then we have like our steamer in here, my yoga mats, all that stuff. So let's not judge, okay? That's why we have this curtain here, because we're just gonna close it and pretend it doesn't exist. This is a time they're actually cleaning the gym in the condo, so I can't work out for another hour. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through our wedding like photos and the guest book that we did and see and measure what frames I need for them. I want to frame most of our photo booth pictures that we have with guests or of guests. And then for our guest book, we actually didn't do like a traditional guest book where it's like a book and then you sign it. We did playing cards because we like cards in this family and in this relationship. So we put out 2 decks of cards and gold and silver markers, and then people kind of just sign their names in a short message. And that way I feel like it's kind of a fun way that represents Jamie and I in terms of, you know, a keepsake for the wedding, but also it'll be fun and nice to display. So I need to lay out all of the cards to see how many we have so I can measure out a frame that we need. So it looks like this frame size is perfect. I don't even know what this frame size is, but this fits exactly the amount of cards that we got. It's kind of perfect. This isn't the layout I'm gonna go with, but of course it was just for reference. And we had 80 guests, but I think all of them, except maybe 1 or 2, were couples, hence why there's not that many cards, because couples sign together. I feel like this is such a fun way to actually display your guest book or your guest signings, because honestly, if I had a guest book, I would never open that again, probably not anyways. So I feel like this is just a really fun keepsake that really represents my husband and I and just kind of matches our aesthetic. So really cheap, fun way to do a guest book if you're having kind of a non-traditional wedding, or if you're having a wedding and you just kind of want to go a funner route than the traditional written guest book. Whew, I'm sweaty and tired, but I just worked out for an hour. I did a full body workout. I am just making the grocery list because we're about to go grocery once Jamie comes home. I have some grocery to do for obviously Jamie and I, and for Uzi as well, because I do cook him fresh food and add in fresh food in with his kibble. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys about my goals for the end of the year and, you know, the whole winter arc and my winter arc and what that looks like. My birthday is actually in December, so this time of year I always feel like I'm 2 times more motivated and reflective because it's New Year and it's my birthday. This year I feel like because I'm turning 30, that is huge. It's a massive blessing, and I'm so excited to turn 30. I'm so ready to retire from my 20s. And I'm just looking at my vision board that I made at the beginning of the year, and you know, I had stuff on here like an office job, city job, money, travel, and you know, happy healthy relationship. I had Arizona on here, workouts, cooking, marriage, my faith. So just like this is kind of what my vision board looked like. I had gardening on there, public speaking, self-care, facials. I had a cabin, you know, hikes with my dog. So that was kind of my vibe for the vision board this year. I have been doing vision boards for, I believe, the last 7 years of my life. And this year specifically, when I made this board, I really realized a shift where this is probably the most mature vision board I've done, where things, you know, a lot of it reflected on career and marriage and just living healthy and being rich in experiences and friendships and hobbies. I look at this vision board and I just feel so proud of myself. And when I make vision boards, I really want to create a mood or an energy. It's not just all about aesthetics and pictures for me. And this vision board to me really represented a shift from me to we. And when I say from me to we, I meant that I feel like most of my 20s, and I feel like it's like this normally, but most of your 20s, you're so focused on building yourself, which it should be. Your 20s should be about yourself. I feel like 20s are really about just yourself and building yourself up and your career and your own independent goals. But this year, really, you know, there was a shift from, you know, my independent self into my partnership with my husband. And I think with marriage, there was also this realization that, you know, I'm kind of leaving behind my family and my parents and my sister. I really put an emphasis on spending time with my parents and my sister and really nurturing my friendships before I got married. And when I look at this vision board, I'm so proud of myself because I really feel like I manifested and I really brought this vision board to life when it came to my energy and the things I did this year. I feel so blessed because on top of closing on this home, the wedding and paying for the wedding completely on our own, and I still got to travel 4 times. You know, we went snowboarding up in the Canadian Rockies for my husband's 30th birthday. I went to LA with my nieces and cousins. I went to Arizona for my bachelorette with my closest girlfriends. We went to Quebec. I got a new in-office hybrid city girl job, which I really, really wanted because honestly, working remotely for 5 years just wasn't serving me anymore. So I'm so happy to be in office in the heart of the city. I live in downtown Toronto. So yeah, just my vision board really, really came to life. And I'm just feeling really grateful this year. It's truly been life-changing. Yeah, when I think back on my 20s, I was exhausted a lot of my 20s. We only have 6 weeks left of the year. I only have exactly a month left of being in my 20s, of being 29. I had a really big, massive, life-changing year this year that I feel so proud and grateful for. And all I want to do for the rest of the year, my only intention for the rest of the year is to rest and really enjoy the fruits of my labor. That's it. That's all I want to do. I feel like it's also because I know 30s, things are going to change. You know, I know it's the decade of kids. I know it's the decade of, you know, a new home. I kind of just want to sit and take in everything that's happened in this decade. I want to take a seat and look back and just be grateful and feel grounded. And I want to rest because your girl is tired. I want to rest. And it's so funny because everyone in my life is like, girl, just sit down for 3 seconds. And that's what I'm gonna do. That's just my genuine goal for the rest of the year. But we will revisit this in 2026 because I know I will definitely be creating new goals in every department for myself. We're going to a soccer game. We got free tickets, so we're gonna go. Unfortunately, we can't bike there like we did all summer. So we have to TTC, but we gotta go. Look at my Roots varsity that I'm wearing. I thrifted this.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, hi friends. Sorry, the lighting is super poor in here, but I just got back from my nail appointment and I didn't want to film in there because it was just myself and my nail artist in the studio, so I didn't want to like whip out my camera. But this is what I got done. So cute. I was so sad to say bye to the bridal nails, but it was time. It was time. 2 weeks, they were growing out and my nails were just a little too long for my liking. I'm not really into like super festive nails. Like I'm not trying to get Santa Claus or freaking mistletoe or candy cane nails, but if that's you, love that for you. It's just not really for me, especially because my nails are very small and petite, so there's not much room to work with anyways. But this is what I went with and I'm really happy with them. My hands look all crusty right now because I'm freezing cold, but look, I did like burgundy tips and I love it. I'm gonna wait for better lighting to show you better, but so cute. We are leaving for my parents' house in about an hour, but I'm at my in-laws' house right now and this is where we kept all of the wedding stuff. And the last and final thing I need to do for my reset week is dealing with the wedding stuff. So it's just kind of a mess. We have like our shoes and just bags and boxes everywhere and things and candles, literally like straight up hundreds of candles that we need to sell. So I've already actually sold my napkins, all of the green napkins we used, and my table runners. So next up, what I want to do is I want to remove all the pictures from all the frames and give them back to my mother-in-law because they're actually these gold frames. We used these like gold frames for our wedding. This is the tattoo bar we had, and they're actually all of my mother-in-law's, so that saved us money, but I got to give them back to her. And then got to deal with selling, I think it's like 153 candles. So lots of things to do, and that I feel like that's something people don't talk about, aftermath of the wedding and like actually dealing with all of the decor and stuff you bought, if you know if you bought stuff and if your venue didn't provide any of that stuff. But I feel like there's just still a lot to do after the wedding. So now that it's been 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks since the wedding, and it's time. I can't like leave this mess in here. So yeah, that is the final thing that I have to do on this reset week slash reset vlog. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a lot more talking than usual, but it is what it is, and I'm married now and I'm excited and very excited for this new chapter of life. I'm very grateful. Yeah, I can't believe we're at the end of the year, guys. It's crazy. I'm also freezing cold right now. But anyways, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye!